All right, guys, this is the RovyVon GL4 Pro that RovyVon sent me, I don't know, a couple of months ago. The limited time that I have using this product, it has worked flawlessly. I did mount this to a pistol. I've mounted it to this AR, and I've had really good luck with it holding zero. I haven't had any issues with it, and I got to tell you, the adjustments on this thing are pretty good. So the windage and elevation are very, very clicky, and they hold. There's definitely a defined valley once you get into the click that you know, you can wiggle that, and it really would take quite a bit to actually move it out of its place. So yeah, I'm actually quite impressed with how this has held zero. I had it on my handgun, kind of banged it around a little bit, and it did hold zero all right. Now, guys, I do have the remote switch hooked up to this. It does have push light, so you can either flick it like this to turn the activate the light, or you can push it forward, and that also activates the light. Now, guys, both the GL4 Pro and the switch are made out of 7075 aluminum. And actually, it's serviceable. So a lot of these switches are, you know, all that stuff is pressed together. This is actually bolted together. And, you know, if you did have a problem with it, I'm sure you could pull them bolts apart and split the case and repair it if it quit working on you. So I do like that. Now, if you buy these separately, I think the switch is like 50 bucks. And as far as switches go, I don't know, it seems like it's probably worth the 50 bucks that they're asking for it. So guys, if you ever need to change the batteries on this, there's a little locking mechanism on the light head here, and basically you just turn it to the unlock position and you pull it out, and the battery comes right out. Now, guys, the GL4 is compatible with the CR123 and a 16340 rechargeable battery. So the 123 batteries don't seem to last too long in these things, probably about an hour and a half. So it is nice to have the rechargeable compatibility that this thing offers. Now, guys, everything on this is marked out really well. If you look here, you'll see the battery diagram on which way to put the battery back in. And then you just stick the light head back on. Quite easy to change the battery. Now, they make two different styles of mounts for this. One is a screw-on style, which I have here, and the other is a quick detach mount, which they have had problems with. I do not recommend that one. But guys, the screw-in style has an interchangeable system here, so you can put it on either a pick rail or different handguns like a Glock or a Springfield or whatever. You just have this adjustable system here where you unscrew it, you move it to the correct position, and you screw it back in. It's pretty standard stuff on a pistol light. Now, I really like how well they laid out the functions on this. It's very easy to read, and the switch works pretty good as well. It has an adjustable little tab here that you flip up, so it makes it easier to adjust with gloves on, and it locks in pretty good, and I haven't had any issues with that whatsoever. So this has a 400 lumen white light. It has a 300 milliwatt IR illuminator. It has a 5 milliwatt visible green laser and a 0.7 milliwatt IR laser. And the visible green laser and the IR laser are slaved together. So any adjustment that you make with one will adjust the other. So you can actually sight this in during the day, and you're going to be pretty much on at night. Now, there is going to be a little bit of difference, because if you look at the position of the IR laser and then the visible laser, they're about a ½ an inch apart. So that is going to translate to the target as well. Now, guys, I do have a Holosun Iris as well. Now, this is a 3-in-1. It has a visible laser, a IR laser, and then a IR illuminator, which is quite powerful. And the illuminator is actually focused with this dial right here, which I really love this thing. I mean, for what it is and how much it costs, I don't think there's a better IR illuminator on the market. I really don't. I think this is bar none the best for the money that you can get right now.
Now guys, notice I have on the Holosun Iris, I have a Streamlight white light set up with it because like I said, this does not come with a white light, which is not a problem with me because I really like having a really bright white light. So this is the Streamlight ProTac HLX. So this is like a really concentrated beam that goes out for quite a ways, and it's nice and bright, and it's got a very tight beam. I really like this light a lot for what it cost. Now guys, if you're watching this video on October 7th, you can get the GL4 Pro and the remote switch for 2-in-1. So you pay for the GL4 Pro and they're going to throw in the switch. So I think that's a pretty good deal. The switch goes for about 50 bucks. I guess it works out to like 20% off the whole unit. So if you are in the market for one of these and you want to get a free remote switch, the link is down in the first pinned comment. All right, guys, we're down in my basement. That wall in front of us is about 10 yards away, so I kind of want to give you an idea what the close quarters night vision settings look like. This is going to be the IR light first. It's pretty bright. There's really no way to turn that down. With the night vision, it's almost too bright. I think it would be better just to use the laser in this type of a situation because the night vision is actually doing a pretty good job down here. So that is the laser and the light combined. The light and the laser in close quarters is a bit too much. As you can see, the laser is down there on the floor, but when you put it up on the wall, it just kind of all blends together. Now guys, when the night vision is working that well, you're better off just using the laser instead of the IR light and the laser. It's just more appropriate and better. You can get a more precise shot this way. The white light looks like it's working fairly well down here. You can see the hot spot is pretty big. There's a lot of spill on this light, which can light up barricades that you're shooting around. So the visible light and laser works really good down here in close quarters. Again, I don't care for all the spill that this light has, but overall it's pretty good. All right, guys, this has a 520 nanometer visible green laser. I just want to show you what it looks like at dusk and what it's like to shoot with it. So here we go. So let's take a few shots with it here. Shooting a little left. It doesn't take long to rip through 25 rounds, especially when you're missing the little tiny ones. But yeah, guys, as you can see, the laser, when it's at dusk, it works quite well. Let's take a few more shots here. So yeah, as you can see, the laser works pretty good. I wish it was a little bit brighter, but the FDA does regulate the lasers, and you're only allowed a certain brightness. I'm not sure exactly what that level is, but this is definitely below it. All right, guys, that edge of that woods right there is about 50 yards, 45, 50 yards. I want to show you what the IR light looks like. All right, so that's the IR light. As you can see, it works quite well. This actually works very well 50 yards and closer. This is going to be the laser by itself. So that's the laser at 50 yards. That's the laser and the light. So it does a pretty good job for what it is. It's not something that you're going to want to use for, long range work, but anything, I'd say 100 yards and in, this will probably get the job done. Now I'm going to put a diffuser on this. This is a Villain Weapon Systems diffuser made specifically for the RovyVon. So you can see now it does turn it into like a square. But it really focuses that beam. So if you are going to put this on a on a rifle, that might be the route you want to take to buy one of these diffusers. That way you can punch out quite a bit further than the stock light. All right, guys, just to give you a little contrast, this is the Holosun Iris. Now, this is the IR laser and the IR illuminator, and look at how much more that thing punches out there. I mean, this thing is fantastic. So this is kind of what you get for, you get what you pay for on these things, guys. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. All right, so that's about as big as I can get it. But that tree, like I said, that tree right there is about 70 yards away. And I mean, this thing just punches through the dark like nobody's business. Now, if I really wanted to, see what's in that that corner right there, we just narrow down that beam, and we can see, geez, plenty far enough. The Holosun is just one hell of a unit. I'm quite impressed with this. But that's the comparison, guys. That's the Holosun, and I'll try and put the other one right next to it so that you can see the difference. You get what you pay for in this stuff, guys, and this is definitely a very, very good example of it. Now, guys, honestly, I think RovyVon did a decent job on this considering what it is. This is designed for a handgun or short-range rifle. It's not designed for any long-range rifle stuff. That's where you're going to end up having to spend quite a bit more money, like on one of those Holosun Irises or something better and much, much more expensive. When you consider a good rifle, 3-in-1, even a 4-in-1, is going to be at least $1,000. When you look at this at $300, that really makes this a lot more attractive. Now, guys, if you're watching this video, you've probably just bought some nods or maybe a PVS 14 and you blew a lot of money. And when you consider a laser designator is going to cost you at least another $1,000, this item even looks more attractive. You have a $300 unit here that holds zero, has a decent IR light, has a decent IR laser, has a decent daytime laser. The white light does suffer because of the small footprint here, but overall, I think when you consider this is designed for a short range, handgun or a PCC or a 300 blackout, I think if you put it on one of those rifles, you're going to be perfectly happy with it. Where I don't think you'll be happy with this is if you think you're going to shoot 200 and 300 yards with this, like with a rifle. Even with the Villain Systems focuser, you're still not going to be able to, get a good view at targets at that distance. It's just not possible. But if you use it for what it was designed for, which is a short-range laser designator, I think you're going to be pretty happy with this little unit. Now, guys, if you are interested in a little bit more detailed video than what I gave you here today, I'm going to leave a link to a video from Former Ranch. He did a phenomenal job reviewing this product, and he does a really good job on anything related to night vision. So if you haven't seen his channel, I highly recommend you go there and check this video out. All right, guys, well, that's all I've got for you today. So if you like what you saw, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you like what I'm doing here, go down there and hit that subscribe button. I can't build this channel without you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.